Better. If I don't have my fax master available, I figured I need to do something. So I'm gonna hand the show over to you. Hand the show over to you. But before I hand the show over to you, I am gonna get my my little team up and ready. Just contacting him. Live TV people. Live TV. But by the way, this is a perfect time to get on Twitter, get on your Facebook, get on your social media. Tell people, yeah, that's hashtag Center Radio, large S, large R here on RPT TV. The zerolevel.com. And of course, Ustream. Send some links. Don't just retweet. Tell your friends. The bigger the party, the funner the night. Let me just try to get the avatar in here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear moi?
I can hear Ma.
That helps if I have my microphone on, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes, it does. How are you tonight?
Good evening.
You made it!
Yes, my internet has decided to have huffing fits over the past few days.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my computer's been acting weird too. It's like running high, it's running hot. I don't know what's wrong with it. It seems it seems like any time I try to do something a little more creative and innovative, my computer likes to go, "Fuck you. No, you don't get to do that."
I know the feeling.
But
Yeah, just to warn the people in the stream, if I suddenly disappear, it's because of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, speaking of disappearing, you obviously are up to date. Tony Helms is not going to be here tonight because he had something else planned. My personal theory is he's sitting on a freaking frozen rubber donut right now saying, "I hate my life," but, that's up for speculation.
Ah, yes. Took me a moment to catch on to what you were referring to there. But, yeah.
Yeah, so I have no problem him taking a night off. That's why we're going to bring the crew in, and instead of us trying to scuffle around and figure out a segment, I thought it'd be a fun thing to do a fan appreciation night. We'll have fans of the show calling in, giving us 2 random freaking trivia facts.
Sounds fun. Do they
Yes.
get bonus points if they come up with something I don't know?
Actually, yes, they do. They get a right to say, I stumped the Avatar of Decent Humor. Mrs. I know everything.
Hi, Susie.
Hey, I'm sorry about that. The white screen of death came on my laptop just going at 2 o'clock, and I was going to chuck it out of the window there.
I know the feeling.
It's the theme. It's the theme for tonight. It is the theme for tonight. It's basically everybody's internet, everybody's freaking computers are saying, no, 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 you guys can't be together. There is something bigger going on in the interweb tonight, and I don't want you guys doing things.
I'm not really going to complain. Due to my lack of internet, I've started watching The Legend of Korra again. I really like that show.
I don't even know what Legend of Korra is, so please explain.
Do you know of Avatar: The Last Airbender? The series, not the god-awful film.
I'm familiar with the series, but not familiar with the show.
Yeah, this takes place 70 years later in the same universe with different characters, and it's quite fun.
So it's kind of like Batman Beyond.
Yes, and fun enough, I marathoned that too. I watched all 3 seasons within 4 days.
Oh, you know me, I'm a DC guy, so.
Netflix is a wonderful thing, but it's so evil the way it just starts the next episode.
It's so beautiful.
It's like, okay, I'll watch this one episode. And then
there's one thing about Netflix, it gets dangerous because you literally go, you're in classic TV mode. You're like, all right, I'm gonna turn Netflix on, watch a TV show, and the TV show ends, and instead of going to like the boring 10 o'clock news, it goes right to the next episode, and next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you have to be up for work in 2 hours.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so much bother just to turn it off, just let go. I'm sure other people have had that issue.
I think there is actually a running joke around America going. It's called Netflix flu, or Netflu, where basically you stayed up all night watching Netflix and you called in sick the next day because you realized you had like an hour to sleep.
Oh,
it's
I
kind of
wish
like
I had
gamer flu. It falls in the same category as gamer flu.
Yeah, a few. Was it at the start of last week? I really should have screenshotted this. Do you know how, based on what you've watched before, it makes suggestions on what you might like?
I hate that because I so many times have just randomly seen a title and I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I watched 10 seconds of it and I went, nope. Turned it off. And then the next day when I turned on Netflix, it gave me 20 fucking recommendations for that same show. That same style show. It's like, I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, the really fun thing was, it was, because you've watched. Now, here's the thing with the recommendations that a lot of people don't really know. Whenever it says because you watched, you might like this, it's not taken just into account the one show it's mentioned. It's taken into account your entire history. So
okay, so that's why I got hit with so many Disney films after Susie left last time.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, if anyone knows me, they know I'm a massive child. So I tend to use Netflix for cartoons because it's me. But I've also been watching Breaking Bad. Now, the recommendation that popped up for me was, because you've watched Breaking Bad, you might enjoy Tinkerbell, The Legend of the Wings.
It sounds as bad as me. That actually sounds as bad as me because I know, like, I watch mostly only, like, horror or, like, DC cartoons on Netflix. And then Susie comes over, she watches a lot of, like, classic 90s sitcoms, and she watches a lot of, like, Disney cartoons. So I get this weirdest recommendations ever. It's like, Blood Slaughter Horrors of Mayhem, Little Mermaid.
Sounds like something Czar would review.
Yeah, it's pretty much are. Because it's just funny because you get these weird titles in the listing. It's like Hell Bitches of Salem, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Avengers. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you at the stroke of midnight. Rescuers Down Under. Nude nuns with guns.
I think Diamanda made me watch that one.
More than likely because I actually gave that to her.
You bastard.
I gave it to her. I watched that and I went, this is a perverted Rodriguez film. It's all about lesbian nuns who are shooting frickin' bikers. This is Hagen. And I said to her jokingly, I said, wait till I see you at Magfest. I got a DVD for you. But enough random chats. Are you ready to bring in the callers? Are you ready for Fan Appreciation Night here on the SSL tonight?
Yes, let us roll the wheel of torture and see who gets subjected to our insanity.
Well, Drimdo, please. First on the list is Patrick Alexander, Channel Zero alumni, and also special guest host of the show. Let's bring him in. Let's see what 2 fun facts he has for us.
Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Patrick.
Doing okay. Ready to...
Are you having fun?
So,
Always.
second time on the show in a month. You should be privileged.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
less privileged than I hosted.
Actually, third time. Sorry, I actually added you on the SSO a while back.
Yes, you did.
But,
yeah, but that was the
I don't think that
last
counts
week.
because it was technically the last week of July.
Yeah, exactly.
or as I like to call it, Limbo Week. Or as I also like to call it, the YouTube video that's still in private that I just can't think of a good description, title, or tags to fucking link it to, so I haven't actually put it private. Or put it public.
Fair enough.
But
All right then.
Patrick,
What have you got
come
for
on.
us, Patrick?
All right. I have a couple shocking facts about a couple songs. Since I'm the music guy, I as well do music facts, right? Makes sense. All right. First song. Now, you guys know "I Shot the Sheriff." First
Yes.
song by Bob Marley. Then
Yes, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
yeah, Bob Marley. Then Eric Clapton covered it. Only #1 in America. Then kind of existing with Warren G in the '90s. But you think songs about like justice saying or shooting the sheriff? According to one of Bob Marley's girlfriends, "I Shot the Sheriff" is about birth control. The sheriff is a doctor who prescribes birth control to Bob Marley's girlfriend. Hence, so if you listen to Self-John Brown always hated me for what I don't know, and every time I try to plant a seed, he said, "Kill it before it grows." All about birth control.
So, who was the deputy then?
I don't know. Some guy.
Yes,
I shot the sheriff, but you didn't kill the deputy. So obviously the egg, the egg in the female is the sheriff. So who was the deputy? The sperm?
That's a bit of imagery I really, really didn't need right there.
No.
Because now I've just the little hat. No.
It brings
my
up so
mind
many other
got-
questions, though. I mean, are we talking like condom protection, or did he just pull out and he meant like I shot the sheriff, but I didn't kill the deputy, like as I pulled out quick.
Yeah, maybe the deputy was his girlfriend, and when he shot her, means he came on her.
I think
No,
we
I'm
could spend the
assuming
entirety of
the
the
sperm-
show trying to figure out what was meant by the deputy.
Well, my theory is it must mean the sperm. The sperm must be the deputy, so I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
Well, this does come from the 2001 documentary "The Life of Bob Marley," so maybe that's explained further in that.
Yeah, when you have when you have freaking Jason News doing the fucking your research, it might have some facts off.
Maybe not. I thought that was worth sharing.
So what's the other little fun trivia fact you got
Okay.
for tonight?
Sweet Georgia Brown, or as you may know, it's the Harlem Globetrotters theme song. Or for probably there were people who played Charles Barkley's "Shut Up and Jam Gaiden," Michael Jordan's theme song. Now, anyways, now obviously we all know that there's a bunch of whistling going on in that song. Well, Sweet Georgia Brown actually has words to it. Those words tell a story about a black prostitute.
Oh, I heard this.
Scary part is it makes so much sense now.
Yeah. But I'm kind of disappointed that Nickelodeon knew something, period.
Well, if you want interesting facts about random music, you are aware that the American national anthem's tune was stolen from a British drinking song.
Yeah,
correct.
I know. And there's two or three extra verses that we don't sing. Yep.
And also a little fun fact about American music. I believe Yankee Doodle was actually a British song too, I think.
Don't believe so. I can't quite recall. I know that it wasn't a proper American song, but I don't think it was British.
Well, I do know, and this is actually a fun little my own personal history. I come from a town called Rensselaer, New York, which takes claim to being the birthplace of Yankee Doodle. So supposedly at Fort Orange in Rensselaer, New York, the guy who composed Yankee Doodle wrote it there. And supposedly it was actually not supposed to be an American tune. It was actually supposed to be a British. It was a song about the British.
I would buy that.
It's basically, according to what it is, it was actually supposed to be a British insult song. It was a song insulting Americans. It was actually a song assaulting Americans.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
And us as Americans, we tend not to listen to the actual lyrics. We just listen to the tune and go, it's a catchy tune. Let's use it.
It's along the lines of "It's a pretty picture."
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony, stuck a feather in its hat, and called it macaroni. And according to the legend that I heard, and I don't know if this is true, but according to the legend that I have heard, is that macaroni was actually the name of a gay bar in London.
I haven't heard before.
Yeah, like I said, I can't verify the accuracy on that one.
Sodomy was still frowned upon at that stage.
Yeah, well, that's why it was like an insult to the Americans, and called it macaroni. Like, hey, I'm macaroni. I'm gay.
No, you're not gay. You're fabulous. Oh,
I'm macaroni.
I'm macaroni.
Even her is telling me we need him the most.
Yeah. He would giggle his arse off, especially when I would then say, "Film."
Yeah. All right, we need a Tony impressionist. So Patrick, do a loud, obnoxious laugh.
No, he did like a little girlish giggle when he was really amused. It's adorable.
So, do you want the loud, obnoxious laugh or the girly giggle?
Little both.
I'm curious as to how you'll do the giggle.
Yes. Do your best Tony impression. Just for shits and giggles, do your best Tony impression. That will be the running theme for tonight.
No, I'm that good with...
Well, if you want to do a really good Tony impression, all you have to do is shut up, Elsie!
Fuck
Let
you,
me continue.
Elsie!
That too.
That's my Tony impression.
Yeah, how do you like to lick my salty chocolate balls?
Is it the same recipe as chef's?
Yes. Well, Patrick, we got other callers.
Yeah.
We got other callers, so thanks for joining us. We're going to get to our second caller for the night. I don't think I can hang up on you, so you might have to... Oh, wait, let me see if this works and not drop everybody.
Escort yourself out of the call.
Final words, Patrick. Final words, Patrick.
That other song is coming back in a couple weeks. That's my final words.
And go to channelzero.com. That's the zerolevel.com to watch Patrick Alexander's great epic videos.
Yes. Keep me alive.
Thanks for joining us, and let's see if this actually kicks you out or just ends everybody. He's gone! And nobody else is. It worked.
You sounded very cheerful when you said he was gone. It's like, he's gone. Oh.
Yes. Shit. Who the fuck did I have for second? That's right.
No taking.
That's right. I got the second person. Another friend of the show.
The Hypnotioner?
Who's this strange person?
It's obviously it's a Canadian with an epic camera.
No, that camera is not my own, unfortunately, so I can't take credit for that. I just use it
that voice.
and know how to use it well. Oh god, that voice, I know, it's crazy. Should I do another one? I don't know.
No, I love the dramatic voice. It sounded like you were the announcer of a movie trailer.
In a world where Canadian films.
No, Elsie, just no. His voice is better.
And of course he dropped.
Aww. But he had epic voice.
Oh, Bren.
Don't worry, I'm sure Epic Voice will be back. Damn you, Canadian internet! Seriously,
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
I got a person from Ireland and a person from Scotland, and the Canadian's the one who keeps dropping.
Maybe it's your
I won't do the whole camera thing, so anyway. Hi everybody.
Hey Brian, how you doing?
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi everybody. Okay. So, I guess I'm up then.
Yes. What delicious little treats do you have for us tonight?
Well, I'm a film guy, as I imagine everybody knows, so I figured I might as well go for some film facts.
Go on.
All right. So, Wes Craven. Guy's interesting. He's got a master's degree in philosophy for well-taught English and humanities at a college level, and learned the craft of filmmaking working in pornography.
Yes, I actually do know this one.
I was wearing that.
Brent, I do know this one. He actually started as a editor in a porn company.
Yep.
Which
but
is
did you
where
know that he was tapped to direct Beetlejuice before Tim Burton?
No, I did not know that.
He stepped down to write Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And
yet again, when we say right, we mean basically he read over the script and changed what they got wrong.
More or less, whatever.
But yet again, that's why 1 and 3 are the two best films.
Sean S. Cunningham?
Sean Cunningham, yes, creator of Friday the 13th.
The name sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Sean Cunningham is the creator of Friday the 13th, and Brent, and if I got my facts correct, I do believe that Sean Cunningham and Wes Craven actually met each other. Why Wes Craven was working as a porn editor, because they were both working for the same company at the time.
I would say that would be correct. Yes, and Sean was actually producer on Craven's first film. This was 8 years before Friday the 13th. And of course, we all know how their two characters have interacted over the years.
Interesting.
Nice.
Separate from their involvement, ironically enough.
Yeah, it's actually funny because Wes Craven and Sean Cunningham, who have created the biggest legends in the horror industry, have been friends for years and actually have a long-term film history together.
It's amazing how often you find this. The Coen brothers and Coen brothers and Spider-Man guy.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Evil Dead and all that stuff. They collaborated very early on, and the style of many Coen Brothers films that was actually first started with by Sam Raimi in a film called ABC Murder, the ABC Murders. Anyway.
I know the film. I actually know the film. I was not aware that was actually Coen Brothers or Sam Raimi's.
It was Raimi, and I know that Ethan Coen was involved in that as well. But moving on, Alien series. I think pretty much everybody's kind of aware of that. It was the science fiction film that
James Cameron
followed up the success of Star Wars and cemented that science fiction could be a huge moneymaker. Proved that Star Wars wasn't a fluke. But what I find interesting about it is that it was a sophomore effort for practically everybody involved.
Yeah, actually...
It was also the first film to suggest the fact that life in space may actually be boring and mundane.
Well, didn't Stanley Kubrick kind of establish that in freaking 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Actually, no, everything was still high-tech and interesting. The characters still seemed amazed at what they could do, whereas in Space Travel, it was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have to go to work. It was that. It was the first film to show that at one stage we will become disenfranchised with the joys of space, where it's just another place to be.
Yeah, and I believe, and all the rip-offs later, I mean, I think there was Critters 2, Critters in Space, or was it Critters 3? They basically followed that same formula where it's like, okay, we're just here, we're scavengers, we're working on the ship, but oh shit, these furry freaking monsters are running around.
And ironically enough, Jason X as well follows a very similar formula.
Yeah. Oh god,
speaking of Sean Cunningham and his creation.
Jason.
Yes. But also, it's a fun little fact, Aliens was made by James Cameron, I believe.
Yeah,
correct?
That's the least important, least interesting fact about this. Everybody fucking knows about James Cameron being the writer and director of Aliens.
Yeah, but his work right prior to doing the Aliens film was actually working as a special effects. Was basically doing special effects for is it Roger Corman or Seth?
Yep.
Or Roger Corman.
Roger Corman. Yeah, and he came from a special effects background, all that. Again, boring. He did Piranhas 2, which he has disowned because he lost directorial control in that, and then he did Terminator, which was still in distribution at that time. Most of his crew actually had kind of disdain because he's this American that was coming in, and what the fuck did he think that he was going to do coming in on the very British series, and all that fun stuff. It was a nightmare shoot, as most of the Alien films do tend to be, from what I've particularly the third one. But moving backwards, Ridley Scott, of course, directed the first film. That was his second effort, and his first one was set in the 19th century. And
what was his first effort?
It was called The Duelist.
So what was that? Black Knight? Was that? A Black Knight?
No, basically two people that hold pistol duels repeatedly have grudges, and they're living in the Napoleon era, basically 19th century.
So, in other words, this is the cliche joke. What Russian novel was based in the Napoleonic Wars? War and Peace!
All right. It was also the first feature written by Dan O'Brien, who, of course, went on to have his directorial debut with Return of the Living Dead, which is awesome. Also, he was a writer of Total Recall and a number of different elements. Yes, yes. Hey, you must give the people Anyway, he did Dark Star, but that was a student film, so we don't count it. David Fincher, first film that was his theatrical debut was Alien 3. And
really?
Yep.
For some reason, I know the actor. I'm just thinking like that performance is. I would assume he just did like bit parts in other films prior to that.
I'm talking about the director. Who are you talking about?
Like, I mean, bit parts like he worked on films prior to that.
No, he was a music video director prior to it.
Okay, so he did have the film experience.
Well, yeah, you don't get a film like this without film experience. But we're talking about very early on in the careers of people that went on to be iconic, that weren't iconic at the time that they made these films. And this happens again and again and again. It's crazy. And of course, Fincher went on to do Seven, Fight Club, Zodiac, Benjamin Button, Social Network, House of Cards, fucking everything.
I have seen 2 of those films you've just listed.
Me too.
No.
He's good cat, does stuff.
He makes some good films because I've seen all those films, and he does, and it's some good work.
Yeah, each film seems like different stuff. Yay! And
wait,
the fourth
was he actually a director on House of Cards, or
he directed the first album? He served as executive producer for the whole series.
And we're talking about the British version or the American?
American.
He
actually directed both the first and second episode of it. Actually,
that is some great cinematography. So I gotta admit, I give him props for that.
Yeah. I can't find out definitively who was like the definitive writer of the third film. It went through so many different revisions. And it has like 5 different writers attached. So I'm not going to go into any of that. But the fourth film, Resurrection, was the first solo effort of Jean-Pierre Jeunet. It was his only English feature, and we're talking about, the kind of idea of like Hollywood going over and snatching up foreign talent. I mean, you see that in like Wolfgang Peterson and all this, all these things. Like the typical thing is they get brought over and then they're just doing American films, but he has only ever done one English film, and this is the guy that went on to do Amelie and a very long engagement. The Amelie is the most successful French film in America in history, which is fucking nuts considering how influential French filmmaking has been. I mean, we're talking about the country that has Cannes. Anyway, and of course, it was written by Joss Whedon, his third feature script after Toy Story and Buffy. And I think he's
Joss
done all right.
Whedon. Joss Whedon wrote it.
Yep.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
Of these days, I would actually hit on a fact that you didn't know. Yay!
Well, actually, I had to say I actually hit on a fact that Susie didn't know because I was the one who actually... Susie's the biggest Toy Story fan ever, and I was the one who told her that Joss Whedon actually co-wrote the freaking strip for that.
I
did not know that one.
7 or 8 times to check.
Yeah. I remember specifically I said to her, it's like, I forget the conversation, but basically I went, I was ranting about Joss Whedon for something, and she kind of was like, basically like nodding the head girlfriend thing. And I went, oh, by the way, he also co-wrote Toy Story. And she goes, what? No, wait, no, I need to find this out. And literally within 10 minutes, she found his name in the credits. She goes, oh my god.
Well, not even exaggerating. He's not even exaggerating.
Well, Brad, those are great film facts. We're still playing the caller-in roulette, so thanks for joining us.
Merry Christmas.
Final words? He left himself. That's a good guest. We are playing caller-in roulette tonight for fun facts on the SSO. Let's see who's the next person. Let's get the drum roll. Drum roll. Boop 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 boop. And our winner is.
You were trying to do the Mario theme.
And our winner is Sitter Radio's other resident pervert, the Aaron.
Oh, hey, Aaron. I thought you'd be in Belfast.
Nope, and my laptop is working again, so I can be in Ustream. Yay!
Yay!
Yes, because we need more naked fucking Irishmen on this show.
Yes, we missed your nipples.
Yes.
My nipples missed you.
And goddamn you for Sitter smoking on streams, and I switch over to e-cigs.
Well, shh, don't tell anybody.
You sit there and smoke those fucking toxic fucking cancer sticks. I'll be sitting there smoking my clean fucking pure nicotine addiction.
This ain't nicotine.
That's another type of herbal remedy.
Anyway.
Aaron,
I have not been here in so long.
I know.
Well, we are doing random facts this evening.
Well, I have
Do you have random facts you wish to share?
I do, and one of them is one that I find very interesting. The British Army introduced a tank in 1945 that's called the Centurion. Now, the Centurion had a device on it called a BV, or a boiling vessel, and soldiers use this to make tea. And since then, it has been a mandate that every tank or personnel carrier that the British Army puts into service has to have a tea-making set in it.
Yeah, that is actually true.
For us ignorant Americans, can you please explain that one?
It's essentially a kettle built into the tank.
Or personnel carrier that the British Army has put into service since 1945 has, by law, had a kettle, tea bags, and milk in it.
So it's kind of
any armored military vehicle that holds an excess of 2 crew and/or passengers has this facility.
The Army now sponsored by Tetley.
So it's kind of like an SSO. It's kind of like an SSO fucking package. you get tea, sugar, and powdered milk. Where we get chocolate, comic books, and a pack of cigarettes.
Yes, comic books.
Right, I have.
Hey, all because there's tits on the fucking character. All because there's raw tits on the characters does not make it not a comic book.
I have a choice of 2 other facts for my second one. One of them requires a demonstration. One of them does not. Which would you prefer?
I'm scared.
I want the demonstration just for fun, for comic value.
Okay. Elsie, you will be my demonstrator then. I want you to... What is 6 plus 0?
That's right. Ask the guy who's dyslexic to do math. 6 plus 0 is 6.
What about 5 plus 1?
6.
What about 4 plus 2?
6.
3 plus 3?
3 plus 3? 6.
Yep. Okay, now I want you to spell the word 6 times.
666.
Okay, now
otherwise known as the motto of my life. Six, sex, sex.
I would like you to think of a vegetable as quickly as you can.
Aruga Vega.
Oh. You see, the fact is, actually, it didn't get demonstrated here, but for some unknown reason, in 70% of human beings, the word six with the speech center of the brain is associated with the color orange, so most people will pick carrot.
I picked it in my head.
Nobody knows
why,
but
I am weird.
If you say six, you think orange. In 70% of people.
Well, in all fairness, last time I had sex, I was eating a rutabaga, so I guess that's why they connected.
Jesus Christ.
It's an interesting sex act.
And you don't even want to know what that guy did with the rutabaga.
Well, you just told her she ate it, so...
Oh, sometimes I worry about you guys.
Another, just a side fact. Does anybody remember the D.V. Crockett TV series?
No.
Yeah. Coonskin hat, you know, the whole thing.
That only had 5 episodes, ever.
And yet it was always fucking on a Sunday, just before Little House on the Prairie.
They were just that bland and boring that it just felt like 20 episodes.
Only ever had 5 episodes. Interesting.
Mum loved that show, Little House on the Prairie. I fucking hated it. It was
oh god, it's dire.
That's a stupid show.
Nah, John boy.
That's the Waltons.
Yeah, hey, Joe Bob.
I only know that because my mum's obsessed with the Waltons. She owns every single box set of it.
I think I just farted live on air, but that's okay.
Aaron, what are we going to do with you?
I don't know, but I just set my belly on fire.
Well done, dear. Well done.
But anyway,
Alright, so any other weird facts for the Irish lad?
Yes, actually, a man's penis will always bend in the direction of the hand that he uses to masturbate.
Well, yeah, that's simple muscle stretching.
No, bullshit.
Actually, that's physically possible, and it is true. It's because of the way you tend to move your hand whenever you're jerking off. You pull the penis towards your hand, and therefore stretch the opposite side of the penis.
No, I'm calling bullshit because mine turns to the left, and I'm right-handed, but I'm ambidextrous.
Well,
and I like to use my left hand, so I feel like it's somebody else doing it.
Well, then that's why, because you use your left hand.
That's why. It wasn't how your hand is oriented. It was the hand you use to masturbate, dear. So essentially, you've just proved the argument.
Alright, so note to self: start jerking off with the right hand and feeling normal. I will have within 6 to 12 years. I will have the straightest dick in history.
Also, I'm on a Blu-ray.
Preaching to the oh god! How many copies of those did you guys get?
4. I think Czar's gonna give one to each of the people who helped her review it. So I'll probably end up getting one eventually.
It's actually funny because I almost had the music little S&M segment lined up for tonight. I just went against it because it didn't fit with nothing else.
Would you believe that film was actually decent? I enjoyed it.
It's actually a good film. It's a really good film.
It is a rather good film.
Surprisingly, it's if you can get if you were in an open mindset, it is actually a good story. It falls into me like the same thing as like was it Jesus Christ Superstar? It falls in that kind of category for me.
I enjoyed the wee film. It was great. Not like the ones I watched today to take notes for. They were terrible.
Well, we brought up.
You were hanging out with Amanda all day?
Yes.
Yeah, we brought up earlier about nude nuns with guns.
Yes, I was here listening.
And you can blame me for that. And you can personally blame me for that one.
Are you down in Middle Earth, Arn? Or did you head home?
I'm in Middle Earth.
Oh, okay. A little bit of context. Middle Earth is what
Dark
my father
Souls.
called my student housing because it was full of geeks.
Dark Souls. Play Dark Souls.
Prepare to die. That's
So,
just
Aaron.
modeling.
So, Aaron, you got any other little fun facts?
I have a mind wash full of fun facts. For example, I don't know any fun facts, but the one about the tank is one of my favourite facts, and nobody found it impressive.
Oh, Bleach tell.
Oh,
Another fun fact is that Northern Ireland and Ireland are two completely different countries.
yes.
Really? So you're telling me
Yes.
that Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland isn't ran by Ireland? Like, one is actually ran by England?
No. No, Northern
Well,
Ireland's
it has
run
its
by the
own
UK.
government. It does have its own government.
I'm tweaked.
Yes, and that
Thank
is
you,
why
Aaron.
I am going to keep you in this call, because we are playing the fun fact roulette wheel of the Cine Radio audience. So, let's
Another
see
fun
who's
fact
next.
is that whenever I do this, I look like Shaggy with Scooby-Doo.
He does, actually.
Oh, actually, that's scary. If you give him a what is it, a blue or red freaking collared shirt, he
Green.
looks just like Scott.
It's green.
Green.
If you give him
Yikes.
orange now, you might turn to Bilbo.
Well, we're playing the call-in fun facts, and let's see who's next on the list. So, Dremlo, please.
Why do you have a golden Eevee?
Why don't you have a golden Eevee?
Because I don't know where I can get one.
And anybody who ever asks why I bring Aaron in on these calls, this is why.
But it wasn't that long ago. You needed a passport to go from from Northern Ireland to the south of Ireland.
Wasn't that
Wait.
long ago that we had army along the
Wait, so
entire
now what? Now you can just walk through without no ID, or do you have to at least show a driver's license?
You can do that in pretty much any country in the European Union. You can go from Germany to France with a driving license.
Yeah, but you can just drive
That's even if you're asked.
anywhere on the island of Ireland, anywhere else without ID.
Yeah,
This is a
I
nipple.
can. Thank you, Aaron. Quite literally, I can get out of my house
apparently
now
Aaron is
and
showing
walk
us his
for
ball
10
clamps.
minutes in that direction, and I am in a different country.
So modern day Ireland is like 1980s Germany.
You know what? I can't actually say no to that, but yeah. Ireland.
Also, it was Gay
is not-
Pride today in Derry.
Come again?
It was Gay Pride today, Nicola.
Was it?
Yes, I
That
got held up
would
by a bunch of homosexuals
explain-
on the bridge.
Would explain why there was so much village people being played at the Brain Beat on the street.
This also explains why Aaron is so knackered.
No, I was busy taking notes for films and then going to the cinema. They did stop me from driving over the bridge and were like, "Hi," and I was like, "Hi," and they're like, "Do you want to try and get Pride?" And I was like, "No, I'm just driving." They're like, "That's cool," except not really.
All right, we're still doing the Cine Radio call-in trivia contest. I'm going to keep Aaron in the call, unlike the other
Yeah,
two guys.
why not?
I'm going to keep Aaron in just because it's always fun. Let's see who's the fourth and final contestant here on the Fun Trivia Facts. Drum roll, please.
Don't darn is fun.
Drum roll.
I'm giving you an imaginary drum roll because I don't have one. That'll do.
Hello?
Aha! It is Young Master Million.
Yes. Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out my my video here. I'll just be a second and I'll pause the stream. Okay.
I have not
Yes, that's
chatted
right.
to you in a long time, Robert. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Grand. Can't complain. Well, I can, but nobody wants to hear that shit.
For our fourth and final contestant on the Fun Facts Trivia Roulette Wheel, we have, for Project Million Entertainment, Robert Million.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm kind of having some problems with my camera. Just give me a sec. Right. Hello.
Oh, oh, that's really unusual. Aaron gained a sombrero. Robert, you haven't changed a bit.
We have a puppet million and a Mexican Irishman. Only here on Center Radio.
Oh, Mexican Irishman. That's something funny because when we say south of the border, it means something else.
Yeah, you mean down the Republic.
Alright.
Keep your tile on.
And I have to say, we got Robert Million in the call, and Aaron, the naked minion of Hagen's reviews. Yes, I am going to be officially fired for the 3rd time from this company.
Well, at least he kept his tile on.
I'm
And
not
now he's got a fedora. God damn it. Enough of the hat
A
swap.
fedora and a towel.
It's a Guinness fedora.
So, Robert, I can tell you're feeling a little blue. I can tell you're a little blue tonight.
Yeah, just a little blue.
What's wrong?
But it's because my hat doesn't fit anymore.
Oh,
It keeps falling off my head.
Oh, stop eating so much poutine, and you'll it'll fit again.
No, my head's too small. I got a big hat.
So, big hat, little brain.
I resent that.
That was terrible, Elsie.
See, I try to talk and it keeps falling off. Damn it.
There is nothing in life that the liberal application of duct tape and or rubber bands cannot solve.
Or toothpaste.
Very true.
Don't forget about toothpaste. Now I'm Batman.
You would be surprised how many things in my office I have fixed with rubber bands.
Hell,
Also-
surprisingly, duct tape and rubber bands is the reason I keep the show going every week.
Also, I was in work the other day, and during the summer, everyone's away on holiday.
Oh God, we got Irish Batman's epic crotch shot.
Oh Jesus! Darn.
We have puppets and Batman crotch shots. Only here on Center Radio.
Well, I can always get naked.
Oh, dude.
Oh my!
The best thing about this Batman onesie is it zips all the way down. No.
For the sake of argument, please do not try, guys. Let's try not to get me fired for the 4th time. So,
Well, I'm safe because all you'll see is puppet nudity. So, the worst you can get in trouble with is fabric or something.
Well, let me just get my pussy out.
It's gone white.
Hello, Lucy.
And it's all Aaron's epic Batman package and just stuck his tail up and went, hello.
Ponies! That's what Cinerated needed, ponies.
Yeah, because we don't have enough ponies. So Rob, what fun little weird trivia facts do you have for us tonight?
Well, as you might expect, they're Canadian facts because I'm Portuguese.
You don't say.
Yes.
Is it the fact that Mounties have international authority and can arrest American citizens in America?
No, it's a little more obscure than that.
Yeah, we all learned that lesson last time. We all learned that.
Amazing.
Nicola, we all learned that fucking little bit of trivia last time I tried to go to Canada.
Oh, you just learned that people don't like it when you drink. Bad things happen when Elsie drinks.
Yes.
Well, bad things happen every day.
Yes.
Sit down, Lucy.
Bad things do happen every day. Such as me holding a dagger.
Just one of as many,
We're all in danger.
many collections of blades.
I sleep with a combat knife under my pillow just in case.
He does. He does.
Of course.
Rob, what fun little Canadian factoids do you have for us tonight?
Well, as you all might know, Canada has contributed a lot to American culture. Like the creators of Superman is Canadian, and Winnie the Pooh was actually a Canadian bear. So
that explains. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm calling bullshit on that. There's no way Winnie the Pooh was Canadian. He was into honey, not maple syrup.
That's what they want you to think. It's a conspiracy.
It comes back to the mouse again.
Fucking damn that mouse, rewriting history.
Yes. But my fact has something to do with something the Americans use every day. You all make fun of the fact that the Canadian money is multicolored and it's monopoly money, so to speak.
No, Rob. I make fun of the fact that you have Liberace on all your money. I'm still trying to figure out the logic on that.
Charles Darwin. We've had this
Liberace
argument before, Elsie. Liberace never had a beard.
Well, maybe if you went Barry, you would have.
Liberace didn't take part. Anybody ever insinuated he was gay and won?
Well, my fun fact is that the creator of the ink that's used to make American money green was Canadian, and it was made here in Montreal, I believe. It's at the ink was created at McGill University here in Montreal in 1857. So all the money you touch is thanks to Canadians. Ha!
Huzzah!
Why is US money green? Wow. That sounds like stupid.
I don't know why green, but there you go. It was made here.
At the time, it was a hard color to manufacture in large batches, so it was very easy to tell forgeries because it was the wrong shade. However, in modern context, green is much more available, which means that American money is extremely easy to forge and counterfeit, which is why it is a lot harder for Canadian and British and Irish money to be counterfeited, is because there are so many colours in it, which is why the $5 bill is now turning pink. It's to make it harder to counterfeit. And will you get your tail out of my face? Sit down. So yeah, because all your notes are the same size and colour, you could easily change a $5 note into a $100 note by bleaching and re-dyeing it.
Wow.
There's your forgery tips from Nicola. Use it in good health and not get caught.
And you can do this with simple household chemicals and a really good high-quality printer.
Bizarrely enough...
Yes, but how would you put in the security freaking tag?
With the same...
Oh, it's easy. It still has the security tag from the $5 bill you've bleached. So it still does technically have the Federal Reserve still.
I believe the little plastic security tag is only included in 20s and above.
No, it's in 5s as well.
Well, you can find
it's
all
not
the
in one
I wish it wasn't broke. I could freaking test this right now, but unfortunately, I make my living on the internet.
Well, all you at home can find the Nicholas step-by-step instructions on how to forge money at www.
Yes, go to www.cityradio.com to figure out all the ways to forge American bills, courtesy of the IRA.
Visit my WordPress and I'll teach you how to make petrol bombs, pipe bombs, and more with simple household goods, including a bonus feature, how to create a mustard gas bomb.
Yes, don't forget the sugar in your petrol bomb or else it won't stick.
You know, I just came to realize I have the worst mix of people ever in this call, because we got a guy from Montreal. We basically have somebody who's a separatist talking to members of Ireland who are IRA.
Excuse me.
This ain't gonna end
I'm
well.
not in the IRA. I have
That's-
great family ties with the UVF, and they've spent their entire organizational life trying to destroy the IRA.
Well, the whole call is just like one big joke. A Canadian, a New Yorker, 2 Northern Irish person, and a Scotswoman walk into a bar.
It hurt.
It's a whole joke right there.
The
I don't know the
That was
punchline,
the
but
time
there you
my
go.
brother was bartending in Barcelona. 2 of his friends came into the bar at the same time. Both Irish, both called Patrick, hence nicknamed Paddy. Both homosexual. So quite literally, 2 gay Paddies walked into a bar.
In Barcelona.
In Barcelona.
Oh, I could pull
My
that
brother was
down.
trying to find a punchline for that all night.
And the
Oh,
one
can
said,
you-
and the one said, "Can I buy you a shot?" He said, "Sure." He bent over, pulled down his pants.
With my brother, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's lovely.
How many sodomites can you fit in a bar stool?
Oh my.
4 if you turn it upside down.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Oh, come on, Robbie. You didn't think I was going to make it easier for you.
Well, I got my other fun fact is equally disturbing. It includes 2 of your favorite things, Elsie: alcohol and body parts.
Oh boy.
Oh, my. Do tell.
Oh, here we go. Should I put my fingers in my ears?
No, but
On the
Just for safety's sake, I'm keeping both hands in clear view of this entire joke.
no, it's not that. But you might need a bucket afterwards because it's a little gross. All right, so there is a club in Dawson City, Yukon, which is really up there in the north, called the Sour Toe Cocktail Club, and every person to join the club has to drink a beer or a glass of champagne with a real human toe at the bottom, and the toe has to touch your lips to be inducted into the club. Is that gross or what?
Well, this is a legitimate club.
To be
Yes.
honest, I don't really.
Wow,
see
Canadian
the
has a
innocence.
lot lower standard on food quality than America.
There's a website. Look it up. The sourtoecocktailclub.com, I think.
I can verify this. I've heard of it.
It's like
I did.
100 per toe or something. It's like, ugh.
I've been
It's
to a
probably a
camel.
pickled
I've been to
toe.
a camel toe club, but I've never been to a toe licking club. Well, actually, I've been to a toe licking club too, but I've never been to a severed toe in a glass club.
Yeah.
Speaking of clubs, I was in London recently and I went to a strip club with my girlfriend, and she paid £25 to get a private, fully nude lap dance. Do you know how much they charged me to sit in the same room and watch this lap dance? £5 to watch my girlfriend have a fifth rubbed in her face. It's a fucking rip-off.
Oh my.
Why would you want to join her in the first place?
Because
Would you pay
Iron
money to
likes
watch your
to
significant
watch.
other be lap danced?
I'm very scared.
Hey, Susie, I'm only a short boat ride away.
Now I'm very more scared. I'm kidding.
Well,
Yeah,
Susie,
he's a 5 minutes walk from my house.
Really?
I have a car. I'm like a 2-minute drive from your
well,
house.
Susie, you don't buy claws, so I guess the clause still applies to you.
He's living in my old house.
And for all you people who don't know, me and Susie's clause for dating is if I can go gay, she can go gay, and I guess if a gay man wants to have sex with her, I guess it's fine because I
What
can't
am
argue.
I thinking right
Technically,
this
that's
second?
not gay.
If a gay,
I don't know,
There's
okay.
a
if
puppet
a
getting right up
bi-curious
in the
man
camera.
has sex with a straight woman, isn't that gay?
If I will give you a hint. The first word starts with F, and the second word is U.
You like to fuck sheep?
Okay, we'll just consider Aaron my stunt cock.
Oh my god.
I'm taking that Keyblade
Ow.
back.
Oh,
What kind of stunts will it perform?
Well, it can bounce up and down and wiggle from side to side. And if you make a briefcase out of it and then rub the briefcase, it turns into a full-on suitcase for luggage.
For some reason, I have the idea of it jumping through a flaming hoop for some reason.
No, that was called my marriage.
I think we may have brought someone else in who's just as crazy as me and Aaron with just as a perverted sense of humor. This could be very interesting.
Oh, dear God.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I don't believe in
Well,
puppets.
I'm known to have a dirty joke or two, but well,
I don't
there's
believe in puppets.
we can always go as far as puppet stripping. So.
We've already done that.
No, I can go all the way.
Keep in mind, Robert's been dealing with me since... Okay, we have our first here on Center Radio, puppet stripping.
This makes me feel unloved.
Aww.
Well, we had Irish stripping and now we've had puppet stripping. I think we've cleared our quota for most of the fucking scenarios.
Well, we also had Nicholas Pussy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you want to know another fun fact?
Yes.
I don't have nipples.
Neither do I. These are painted on.
Yes, after that terrible paint incident.
Amanda Hagen cut my nipples off.
Really?
Well, you never fucked up a take again, did you?
Wait, Aaron, she cut him off? I thought she used a blowtorch on him.
No, but she did grab my nuts in a fancy restaurant.
That was
Yeah, she
hilarious.
did. She did the same thing to me in Florida.
Oh, what happened was Aaron's told Amanda that there was very little she could do to freak him out. So whilst we were sitting in a rather classy restaurant, she unexpectedly grabbed his nuts, and he jumped the height of himself and nearly knocked over the table, and half his
I didn't say anything goes.
He did.
The
It
scariest
was his
part is
fault.
the scariest part is I think the exact same thing happened to us in Florida, where she was like, where I basically said, if you could actually offend me, you accomplished something. And she basically just grabbed and she basically kind of did the same thing, but didn't grapple, but just kind of went around that location. I said, feel free.
No,
She
there was at
managed
least a
to freak
15-minute
out
gap
hostage.
between this challenge and the grabbing. And it was a sudden...
And do you know what the worst thing was? One of the people dining with us was one of Hagen's parents.
That's impressive. Because let's face it, a lot of us.
The people on the table over said, "Me too."
I'll have what he's having.
Oh, Nicola, I found a rampant rabbit in this house. Is that yours?
A what?
A rampant rabbit.
I don't believe I had a rabbit. Is it one of the ones from Rayman?
No. If you don't know what it is, it's not yours.
Oh, that. No, that's not mine, sweetie.
It was down the back of the sofa.
There was a rapid rabbit in the back of the sofa.
Oh, who the hell have you been letting in the house?
People.
This is the dick cream all over again.
Is this
Well,
some
we
kind
know
of
where
sex
that
toy?
came from. Yes.
Yes, a rapid rabbit is a how do I word this correctly? Dildo.
It's a very large dildo with a clitoral massager attached.
Yes, with bunny ears that supposedly hits the top of the vagina.
Alrighty then.
But yeah,
also found a big
this
cheese.
is the second sexual item that has mysteriously appeared in Middle Earth.
The first was
The
Argon
first
Flip.
time it was a tube of penis enlargement cream. And that mysteriously disappeared as well.
So that's when I went. So that's when I went to Florida.
This was long before I moved in.
Oh, it was long before Florida too.
Okay,
it just kind of appeared in the kitchen and sat there.
So somebody else stole my penis enlargement cream in Florida?
You need penis enlargement cream?
Yes. I'm part Irish, Scottish, and Italian. Of course I need fucking penis enlargement cream.
Oh, that's what you get for your Italian heritage then?
They call me Subway for a reason, just saying.
Good.
He's meant to hit
why? Because 6 inches make you full?
Hey, long and thick does the trick. Short and thick does the trick. Long and thin goes too far in.
Why it only takes $5 to get it used? You know, $5 foot long.
$5 foot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, has anybody missed me?
Yes,
I have.
Missed.
I have. I just literally thinking that this whole segment is pretty much going to be fired from two of the three fucking websites I am employed with again.
For discussing sex? Jesus, my podcast would be banned immediately.
I think it wrote me. I'm pretty sure I'm fired from Channel Zero. RET's definitely fired me, and I think the fucking verdict's still out for fucking ProjectMillionEntertainment.com.
Well, I'm in the car, aren't I?
I don't think he could fire you, seeing as he's the one who kind of brought us onto this topic.
Good point.
What? Subway?
It's always good. It's always good to have fucking blackmail against your boss, and I think this call is going to be the blackmail. Like, yeah, we're gonna fire you. Yeah, you want that fucking video posted?
I've done worse.
So have I. That's the scary part.
There's a story.
Okay, now I'm really curious. I really want to know, what is the sexual escapades of Puppet Rob?
Well, there was this ball of yarn this one time, but, you know.
Were you pitching or catching?
Well, since my arms are kind of, like, flopping around, I can't do much of either.
Well, sure, we all know he's a catcher. Look how he moves.
He has a hand up his ass. What did you think?
Precisely the joke I was making.
I mean, we're not even talking 2-3 fingers here. We're talking a full fist.
And that fist is really, really sore right now.
And very hairy. So at least there's some fucking smooth leverage there.
I had a fist up my ass one time.
Aaron said you'd never tell everyone about that.
I'm sorry, Nicola, but you have such small hands.
Oh God.
Okay, I think that is
fully used lube.
I think that is officially. I think that is the official. We're not topping it. So, final thoughts, people. It's our silent and probably soon to be freaking divorcing me fiance of mine. Susie, what's your final thoughts of the night?
Can you get divorced if you're not married yet?
I'll find a way.
I think after this segment, I think there's a chance of that.
Yeah. No, you're fine. My back's just going into spasms all night, so I have to keep moving about, so that's why I'm a bit quiet tonight, so...
That's when I drugged her!
Yes!
By the way, thank you, Nicola.
No worries. I'm glad my internet behaved long enough.
I can see you through the camera.
So, Susie, final thoughts?
Creepy puppet face.
I'm very scared, and Puppet Rob is staring into my soul. He keeps telling me to eat maple syrup.
All right. So, Nicola, I can't break you. I know everything. What is your final thoughts of the night?
The way Susie says that, I'm suddenly reminded of the time in Florida where Rob forced the wire to have like 2 maple syrup pops, and she went absolutely off the walls hyper.
Damn you, Canadian sweets!
Oh, Jesus.
That
reminds me.
Actually, I'm not.
Teddy and the family wants to go to Florida next year, and Teddy says the one thing he wants to do if he gets over there is go to a gun range. Because
my brother's doing that. Him and his wife are going to Florida September 9th for a week, and they've booked to go to a shooting range already.
Tell him there's a shooting range, Nick, like just outside Derry.
Monica, my sister.
Yeah, Michael's decided that he's not going to piss me off if I ever have a bow and arrow and or an airsoft gun.
Monica's actually requesting to have Mickey Mouse to shoot as one of the targets. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, Susie, we discussed this enough times. That can be dangerous, because if she takes a shot at Mickey, you know, Mickey's top assassin Eeyore is going to fucking take a shot at her.
No, this is the weird thing. I found out she has a weird hatred of Mickey Mouse. My brother will not let her go to Disney World for fear that she will walk up to the guy dressed as Mickey Mouse and kick him in the crotch.
They wear padded jock straps for that very reason.
Communal padded drop straps.
I literally see Eeyore sitting there in a fucking crouch position as a sniper alone. Just say the words, Mickey, and the Colombian goes out.
Robert, you've got a little something stuck in your teeth there.
All right, Aaron, final words of the night.
Final words? Analingus. Or knife.
Isn't that a kind of a double entendre?
Pretty sure it's a direct proposition.
I don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing that I moved more than 2 doors away from you.
And I am just thinking that Aaron has watched the movie Seven way too many times.
Analingus is a really fun word to say. I'm going to say it all the time.
Didn't you say that about another word recently?
Cunt.
Hypogonadism.
Yes, that as well.
Well, at least me and Aaron are in agreement that is our favorite words. Even though it pisses on my fiance constantly.
Yep. But I'm going to get it banned from the dictionary. No, the C word. I can't stand it. The Catholic in me screams every time I hear it.
Yes. Susie hates the
Canadian?
Don't come to Ireland.
Susie hates
the Scotland. Isn't that part of the national language?
Susie hates
what a fucks and shit.
Susie hates the C word. Susie hates the C word, and unfortunately, it's the go-to word in my comedy routines. So yeah, it makes for some awkward fucking post fucking show stuff.
Which C word? Canadian? You racist.
Damn straight I'm fucking racist against
Are Canadians technically a race?
I'm going to say a really bad joke, but we're the master race. That's a bad joke.
Supremacist.
Bad joke.
Hey Rob, I am going to stick what Craig. I am sticking to what Craig Ferguson said. The only people you can still make fun of without ever getting any freaking backlash on it is Nazis and Canadians.
And Sikhs.
And Irish.
I've just recalled a very interesting fact about Canadians. Do you know that the Canadian Special Forces are above the Navy SEALs and the Marines and pretty much just below the Spetsnaz on levels of toughness? They have been brought down to train Navy SEALs and Marines.
Well, of course. Have you
they
ever
have
seen
some of the most badass operatives ever.
Well, of course, Nicola.
Well, of course, we're Canadian.
Of course, Nicola. Have you ever seen a fucking hockey game?
Well, sure,
Yeah,
but 30 years ago... 30
Hell,
years ago.
the Nazis were afraid of us during the World War II, so, you know.
They managed to get several weather stations on your soil without you noticing. You didn't find out about them until 1995 when you found them by accident.
30 years
Still
ago...
on the field, though.
30 years ago, the British Special Forces got a badge of honour and extra training if they spent a month living in this city.
Yeah, that's because they practically had a target on their head and their back as soon as they stepped off the plane.
Yeah, that's basically like saying, hey, if I don't die here, I get paid.
That's like walking around in the middle of the Afghan desert, just walking through towards a Taliban camp wearing a big old American flag t-shirt.
Or driving around Vietnam in a chopper screaming "Born in the USA."
Okay, so we can finally round out this segment. Robert, final words of the night.
I can see you all through the internet. I'm watching you. All of you.
Well, Aaron's going to give you a good show in a minute then.
Yeah, wait till I fucking get stopped recording. Fucking Aaron's going to give you a really good show. I believe Aaron is getting turned on.
Are we
right
going to
now
have a
by
strip off between the Irishman and the puppet? Seriously?
we
It's
can do that.
Velcro, so it goes quicker.
I'm wearing a onesie with a zip that goes below my crotch. Your move.
Well, you got me there because I don't have a crotch.
He just has a no crotch, just fisting.
The illusion.
No crotch, just fisting.
Is this a gross sexual act?
Who are you?
That's the guy who's been up your ass for the last hour.
Was it good for you?
Oh, God. This has so many implications about the
Well, the hand is very sweaty right now, so.
Ah, lubricant.
I've seen puppets having sex on stage, and then I've seen a puppet being fisted live on a live stream. My life is now complete. I can die.
I think the best lubricant is orphan tears.
All I'm gonna say is, for everybody watching this in replay, everyone who's watching this on YouTube and on rvtentertainment.com and Channel Zero, where else are you going to see this? We've had gay puppet, almost pretty much gay puppet sex.
We need the music from America during the puppet
That would be
sex
something to see since I'm the only puppet here. But how about...
Okay, we've had Homo sapien freaking puppet freaking interactions.
Homo sapien?
Hi, boys and girls. I like it when you cry. The tears make everything more looby.
Well, if you want...
for pedophile voice.
Well, if you want a sex show, I can always go solo.
Oh, God.
We've already determined you don't have a crotch. So what are you pulling on?
I'm just rubbing my stomach.
He's literally rubbing his hand.
You should release a book called The Man Inside Me.
There's just something so ironically lesbian about that fucking motions.
You can be ironically lesbian now?
I guess so. But I gotta edit. We're way over schedule. We're way over schedule, and I think I have to pull the plug on this one.
It's starting to get a little weird.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I think as of right now, we've had more people actually physically watching this segment than ever before. Usually, people flood out the stream during the SSL. Tonight, we are holding a 10 strong.
Yeah.
Versus
I think
the biggest
maybe we should
stream
have
of the
Aaron
year.
and Puppet Robert now back next week.
Have
Yeah.
me back as often as you want.
I can come back, sure.
Yeah. We had 10 strong versus the biggest stream of the year, so I think we accomplished something. I think we all deserve a golf clap.
What's a golf club?
That's going to be a problem for me because I can only move one hand at a time.
I can do
What's
a
the
round
sound
of
of one hand
applause.
clapping?
I can slap myself.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again on the SSL this week's call-in segment.
You're going to
gotta
say
get-
this year.
I gotta get back to the music. I am physically speechless, and enjoy the rest of the show.
I've
That
been
one.
We
fisted.
made LC speechless.